Remember Prince William, very much put out in the public domain, I thought a very, very difficult thing to stand up. Not because I don't believe in him, but the bottom line is it's one of the most difficult things that he's now going to have to be proven right upon. And his plan, of course, was to end homelessness as best as he could. I think in the next 5 years, in fact, was the statement. And when you think about it, ending homelessness is very, very difficult just because of the whole structure of where people are, what you're doing, and the reasons of how people end up there. It's not by anybody's fault or anything. Apparently, we're all one step away from it, aren't we? With mortgage payments and stuff like that. But when, of course, you see the situation with Prince William and the good works and the things that he's trying to continue to do, particularly in the name of his late mother, Princess Diana, with the shelter work and stuff, of which I covered actually with him, and you could see that he really had a sense of interest in that whole thing, genuinely was interested in that. It must be very annoying to find that even though these people across the pond keep claiming that they want a reconciliation, well, seemingly you might, but your team behind the scenes are doing their very best to make sure they besmirch the reputation and good name and goodwill, more importantly, of Prince William. As ever, let me explain. Chums, lovely to see you. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me. And can we just say morning? Yes, a lovely wave. Yes, absolutely. But can we also have an extra wave? Yes, for the brilliant Lionesses who've just won, of course, a wonderful victory for us over here in the United Kingdom against Spain. Spain, you played incredibly well. Yes, there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. And that was, of course, in front of His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and, of course, Princess Charlotte, of which I can tell you, chums, apparently she was very adamant that she wanted to go because apparently George has been to the football quite a lot with Dad, and so why couldn't she? This is the thing when they get a bit older, isn't it? You can't really argue back because, well, you've done it with one, so you've got to do it with the other. But seriously, a huge congratulations to the Lionesses. And I think it was Chloe Kelly that said on air, which I thought was just wonderful. She said, "I'm so proud to be English. We're very proud of you and the team, Chloe. And thank you for saying that literally to the world's media. We should be more proud of our heritage and our background." And it was wonderful to hear it spoken. So thank you. And of course, congratulations to the Lionesses, and I'm sure Prince William and Princess Charlotte must have been, it was a nail-biting gig, wasn't it? Absolutely, but well done to them. Now let's get back to your royal story of the day. This caught my eye, and of course I wanted to delve into it for you to let you know exactly the story. This is apparently, according to the Mail, right, that apparently Prince William is on the move from cosy Adelaide Cottage. Now remember, this is Adelaide Cottage where basically, whatever you think, they don't have any staff. They have people coming in from a day-to-day basis, but there's no living staff. It's not this great big thing. And apparently, according to the Mail, it's now going to be too small. And so William and Catherine and the three children are thinking about looking at Belvedere Lodge, Belvedere Mansion. Now, Belvedere Mansion is on the estate. Now, just to let you know, this has a lot of history because this is the famous place where finally the abdicating king, just before he went off to marry Wallis Simpson, finally sealed and signed and sent off his papers to fully commit to the abdication. So a lot of royal history there. So what's the true story? Really, are Catherine, William, and of course the three children abandoning Adelaide Cottage? Not in the foreseeable future. They have no idea really where this story came from. And of course, royals always move around according to where the actual moment is in their time, if it like. We know, for instance, that the late Queen Elizabeth, preferred Windsor, particularly at weekends, because if she had to be called back to London, well, that was great. Her favourite, of course, was Balmoral. Where are these stories coming from? Where do you think? The bottom line is, they want to put a knife into William, particularly because they're claiming that he's not very popular with the media. William is popular with the media, I can tell you, because I cover it and I'm being there when he's there. What I would say is he's very selective about the certain media that he wants to speak to, particularly when, of course, they may be not pro him, not looking out for his best interest, whether it's Earthshot, whether it's a message that he wants to get out there from himself, or indeed the Princess Catherine. So all of these people saying, oh, the royal rota works against, no. It's basically people across the pond spinning these stories into a tabloid to try and paint the future king as a bad person. There's no other way to present it. And the bottom line is, why not attack somebody about, homelessness, a charity that he's very much aligned with, all the while saying he needs to move into somewhere bigger? you see how this fight is not well and truly over. Very despicable though, I'm sure you'll agree. But again, wonderful, wonderful news for the Lionesses. And thank you, of course, the Prince of Wales and Princess Charlotte for lending your support. I'm sure it made all the difference. News shown in the very heart of London.